Please join your hands in welcoming Shri Chavan for this interesting presentation.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. IPI has given tough task to me, post-lunch, first session. Oh my God. So, hope you all got settled down after lunch. As Sir rightly said, we all have sweet instead of the stomach, so it's my duty to, get you engaged for next at least, half an hour. So, please be awake. Anytime I may ask you a question, I may, pick any one of you, so you have to be alert. Just joking. I would like to thank IPI. They invited us here to share the knowledge and experience what we have on the field and deliver to you. So thank you to IPI and thank you to all you delegate. You come here, from all four corners of southern region and given you a precious time over here to listen us carefully and peacefully. Thank you. Myself, Suraj, I sit in Pune, Maharashtra. I take care of sales, West region, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa. And I'm a plastic graduate. So this is, the small brief of mine. I'll not take much time of yours. So this is a small agenda, what we have today in session. We particularly focus on, the metal handling. We are expertise into the metal handling and so this agenda is all belongs to the metal handling. So let's say, metal handling management, automation, intelligence, remote monitoring program, product quality, then central metal distribution, metal accountability, user-friendly design, and low noise or zero loss. So these all, single element are very important parameter when it comes to metal handling inside our factory. So these are all important features we are going to talk today in next 20-25 minutes. So this is purely objective why we have chosen this topic for this session. We have been presenting product features in past seminar, but this time we have decided to not to focus on product and its feature. We have decided to focus on what process, what need to be taken care in plant when it comes to the metal handling process. So when it comes to metal handling process, it belongs to all process, no matter it is injection molding, blow molding, extrusion molding, because in all process we handle the metal granules. So it's very important to take care of your granules when it comes to handling. Every single granule matter, every single granule counts because we are paying for the granules. We are paying every single buck for the granules. So it's very important to save those granules the way it can be. So it's very important to have a metal handling system well in place. Okay, so why we arrive with this particular topic is presently, the industry are very much focused on the metal uses. They take care of, material in, how much metal granules are in and what the consumptions of the granule is. So they need accountability of each particular grade, material, and how they can take care of this accountability is very important. So there are tools, there are methodology, there are process set by which they can account their material, they can account their granules as per the consumptions of the application. Now when it comes to metal handling, it is very important from OEM point of view. OEM give business to the supplier, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. They want their material, their grade to be taken care carefully for the particular application. Let's say they have awarded you particular application, they want that particular material to be processed to that particular application. So how you monitor that, how OEM will monitor that. So for that reason, there is a technology available, there is a process available so that the particular grade, particular material can be processed to the given application by OEM to the suppliers. So that's why this metal handling is equally important. And by doing this all exercise, what we achieve is the product quality. Ultimately, what matters, the quality. Once you give the good quality, then only you get the business back from the same OEM. So it's very important to maintain the product quality right from the day one to the day last. So, by having all this objective, what we are trying to achieve is the trust. The trust is the one which drives the business. Without trust, there is no business from OEM to the supplier, from supplier to, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So the trust is very important in all business protocols. Yeah, so very first agenda is the material handling management. So by using the material handling management, what we are trying to achieve is material consumption database. So this material consumption database is very important to have the accountability of your particular grade. You know, you have tons of material inside of the factory. Where that tons of material is going out is very important to know to each one of you. So it's very important to have the material consumption database ready. Anytime audit goes, internal, external, so you may not be able to answer them, where is the material gone? So to answer them back, it is very important to have the process in place to answer them back. Okay, this is the material which has come and this is the amount of material which has gone back in terms of the product, in terms of the part. So this material database, consumption database is very important. How we achieve this material consumption database is by integrating the equipment which is available in your factory with the process. Let's say you have, n number of system installed in place for molding. So all those equipment need to integrate each other, then only the database can create. So integration part is really important when it comes to automation. So that part we play an important role when it comes to, material handling system. By having those two tools like material consumption database and integration with your system, what we are trying to achieve is one, you are minimizing the contamination in the polymer. You will have, the pure clean material by which you can produce the good quality of the product. So this is very important to avoid the contaminations from the, the main virgin material by having a proper management of the material handling. And of course, dust. So these days, the dust is really important. Whatever the raw material is coming, maybe you have a dust in original material or during process, it creates a dust. So that dust has to eliminate before it get into the process. So dust elimination is one of the important criteria or parameter in the material handling management. Now, how it happens? Look, you have the central location of the material, let's say is a silo. So you have an external silo, you have an internal silo. So there also we do the automation. From silo it goes to the central utility, it's a conveying utility or drying utility, and then from utility it goes to the end machine, the process. So these all are important parameters like central location of the raw material, then it goes to the utility, and then it comes to your processing machine. So this all has to be taken care by one particular station, and that station we call it as a smart solution, Motan smart solution, which has a control. So every control we give, whatever we give, that monitor the material database, that monitor, the right material has to be reached to the right application, right station. So this is really important in the industry to take care. Now, the second agenda what we have is the automation. So automation is really important. We all know what is the automation. So automation is nothing but where we always try to reduce manual intervention. So lesser the manual intervention, better the quality, better the process we place in factory. So automation plays an important role. And what the objective of the automation and purpose of the automation is very much clear. We all know what is the importance of the automation in the factory. It improves the product quality ultimately, because when your automation starts from the silo, what I have shown in the last slide, it ends up with the quality of the product what you are producing into the factory. So the product quality is really important. Ultimately, what we are achieving with the automation is the throughput, like efficiency of the machine and maximum, molding component to be produced in a day, in a month, or in a year, because everybody has the target. OEM gives the target, I wanted to produce, this much of component in a day, because they also have a target. They are committed to their consumer, so they want to produce the required amount of component in a set period of time. So for that, the automation really plays an important role. Product documentation, yes, it is really important. Internal, external product documentation and the traceability of the document. So for traceability of the document, yes, it was manual earlier, but since we have a system in place, automation in place, can be taken care by the automation very well. Later we have, this substitution of the outdated machines. When it comes to automation, we substitute old technology with the new technology, or sometimes we do upgradation of old system with the new system. So either way is possible when it comes to automation. Ultimately, what we achieve is the energy. So each one of us sitting in this conference room, I believe we all are concerned about the energy. Energy is one of the important factor where the industry is really looking for nowadays, so that they can save their money, they can improve their the product cost. So these are the hidden expenses, energy. So each one of us are working on that particular area. Many times customer ask us what energy efficient product is, how it save your energy. So we have those products available. We do explanation to the customers. Okay, these are the products available. These are the features available in the product which are going to save your energy. So those exercise, those calculations we do on site when we sit in front of the customer. When we propose our system, we convince them, okay, these are the different aspects by which you can save the energy. So yes, in auxiliary, in centralized management system, energy plays an important role. Better working condition is really important. We all are driving to the clean room area. You won't believe, or many of you may be aware, the automotive industry also comes into the clean room. Earlier it was not the trend, but nowadays every company look for the clean room because they want to attract their OEM, they want to attract their, the customer. So no matter you have one machine, two machine, multiple machines, but clean room is really, people are looking forward to have. So how we can achieve material handling in the clean room is really important, and we are working in that direction also. So, okay, these are all important, the purpose why automation is there and why we need the automation in place. When it comes to the factory automation, these are the important equipments like outdoor silo. We can do the automation to the silo. We have two different process. One is negative pressure system, one is positive pressure system. So it's all depend on how much material you are consuming. Based on your material consumption, we propose this system to the customer. Whether you want to go, you can go with the negative pressure systems or the positive pressure system. Then we do have a silos, like external silos and internal silos based on your metal consumptions, and that way we propose the storage. No matter what level of setup you have, even if the user having one machine or two machines, they do have a storage. When there is 100 machines, 50 machines, they do have a storage, and storage consume the space. So space is really important. We all people are paying lakhs of rupees to the land, lakhs of rupees to the space. So occupation of the space is really important. How we can save our space, we can utilize in a better way. So this is really important, how you can storage your material, different material in the required storage available equipments. Now distribution table, coded coupling is one of the important part when the material handling is important, like what material goes to which machine. Let's say you have a 50 machines, 100 machines, and you have different variety of the material. Which material should go to the which machine? This is really important because manual traceability is not there. So you need automation to take care which material should go to the which machine. There, this coupling table, distribution table is very important. Drying and conveying system, yes. By handling the raw material in the machine, this drying and conveying system with a closed loop is really important. By having a closed loop conveying or closed loop drying, you can improve the efficiency of the product quality. So this is very important. Now, these are all important, the points like drying, time control, loader lock features. These are the features by which you can have a small automations with the given products to you in the material handling. Industry 4.0, we have seen in the session 1 in the morning that we talked about Industry 4.0. Many of the people are inclined towards the Industry 4.0. They wanted to opt this process in the premises. So Industry 4.0 have many parameters. Some of them are going with huge setup. Some of them are going with the limited setup because they have a limited budget. So yes, Industry 4.0 is very important. Industry 4.0, how we define is interfacing between the available equipments, available setup with you, and to get it communicate at one station smartly. So that is what we call it as Industry 4.0 to take care of customer need. So these are all important factors which comes into the automation, small automations. So yeah. Yeah. So this is the video which will give you the idea about the subject which we are talking about. So the material is coming in the container, 20-ton trucks to our factory in form of 25 kg bag or directly into the container. Sometimes it comes into a jumbo bag, 500 kg, 750 kg or 1 ton. So, we directly unload to one of the area where, the metal we want to store. And then with the help of positive pressure system or negative pressure fitting systems, we get it to the central location instead of the factory. So these are all the storage, what we are talking about. These are the in-house storage in the bin. And from this area, we get the material to the utility area with the help of piping. So this is all the centralized location where we keep our equipments. We don't keep, it depends on your wish that you want to keep it, next to machine or at the centralized location. But centralized location is always better when you have a multiple machines in place in the factory. So these are all centralized location. We call it as a CFS area, centralized feeding system area, where all utility we keep. Drying system, blower, coupling table, we all keep here. So this is how the granule flows. Then you have a machine area. These are all kind of automation what we do. You can see, no presence of the granule inside of the factory. All granules are flowing or traveling through the pipelines. No matter you have the master batch or virgin or regrind, all can be processed through the pipelines from the central location. Okay, this is the integration or intelligence of the system where controller plays an important role, input and outputs. Based on the input and output, all equipment plays an important role. So material traceability is really important. Which material is going to the which machine? These are all filters to clean the material from the dust which is coming from the original material. So we clean that with the dust collection filters. And that goes into the loader which is there on the top of the machine, injection machine, blow molding machine or extrusion machine. So this way we create the vacuum and metal comes in. So you can see the material granules comes in. There is a flap. So the granule sitting to the flap and going inside with the gravity. And then from loader, there is a discharge flap. It is a counterweight operated discharge flap. And then your granule goes inside of the processing machine, injection machine, blow molding machine or extrusion. So this way the process happens from your material in with the help of container or jumbo bag. It goes into the centralized location and then it goes into the machine. So this way we take care of all your granule handling with the automation. So these are all drying. We do material drying. So we have a two technology, hot air dryer and dehumidifier dryer. For engineering plastics, we use dehumidifier dryer. For commodity plastics, sometimes cold material conveying is okay, or sometimes users are using hot air dryer. But these are all, especially when there is a hygroscopic material, the dehumidification is required. So this is all about drying. Then we have a conveying system. So this is all the automated conveying, automated coupling table, having a different inputs, having a multiple outputs. So which material should be taken care by which output, that all automation we take care. So the input comes and it goes to the machine. So input comes, it goes to the machine. Now if you want to change the input, you are changing your inputs. Like your source is changed, the other grade you have chosen and it goes to the same machine. So what is important is to select the source, which source you required, which grade is required, no matter which machine it is, machine number 25, machine number 50 or machine number 100. You only have to nominate machine, you only have to nominate the selection of the material into the controller and you can convey very quickly. These are the blending of 2 component, 3 component, up to 6 component. This is how we do. So 2, 3 grades mixing together. So this is load cell basis. We weigh the material and we mix it and we supply it. So this way the automation plays an important role into the factory. Yes. Okay. Okay, now what is important in the automation is how smartly you control. So controller plays an important role here. Your input and outputs are very important. So what is important is intelligence. We all are talking about the artificial intelligence, AI. So I am hoping that AI will be implemented, executed very soon in our industry also. It is already touched to many of the segment. Hopefully it will be touched to our segment also in near future, maybe down the line in 5 years. So intelligence is very important. So when it comes to intelligence, what is important? The selection of the equipment which you have to take care into the automation. So by having this intelligence, what you are trying to achieve is real-time data. Real-time data is very important these days. What is going on inside of the factory? Management people, they are like sitting in the office and they wanted to know the shop floor activities, what is going on in the shop floor. So for that, what is important is the intelligence in the factory in terms of controller, software, hardware and everything, which take care of your data from the factory to the office. So that we take care from taking care of your data from the shop floor and how to get it into the office in the system. So this is really important, how intelligent your system is. So controller plays an important role in all these aspects. Now this we have seen in the video, like we have a manual coupling table. That manual coupling table, we get it converted into the coded coupling table when it comes to automation. So any branch, any grade to any machines, we work on that principle, any grade, any machine at any given point of time. That is the need of the industry at present. Like OEM asks, okay, I need a mold changeover now. So anytime you get a surprise call from the customer, okay, I need this particular material now to be processed. And then you have to nominate machine, okay, which machine is vacant, or you have to get into that. So automation will reduce that pain of yours because it is already connected. Your raw material source is already connected to the machines available. So you need not to get into the panic. Okay, what happened now? I have to dry the material. Where is my dryer? Whether it is vacant or not. Those stuff is gone because you already converted your manual into the automation. So this is really important coded coupling station when there is a multiple grade handling for the multiple machine. So your job is very easy. You need not to bother, the operator or user need not to bother about how I can take care now my centralized system. So this is really important parameter when it comes to automation. Now what is important is traceability. So these days, what we experience, we used to get many the questions from the factory or the user, okay, how I can trace my material, whether the user have already or they are using the right material for the right application, that traceability is not there. So what we started to recommend them is barcode system. So barcode system, we all are aware as a user, common user, we go to the shop, there is a scanners. We go to the DMart, we go to any shopping complex, there is a scanner. So technology is very old, but we still have to adopt. It's too old technology, barcode scanning. But adoption, we still are struggling with the adoption where it is required, it is really required. So barcode scanning is something we are really working on, and we arrest the error in the centralized location itself. So user had to only scan the 25 kg bag or 500 kg jumbo bag so that they can do the traceability. Okay, my right material is there in the right bin, or it can be used for the right application. So that traceability is then and there itself, so you are safe. When there is a manual intervention, so we don't know whether the operator or user has used the right material, because it's a cost. Material is very costly these days. So we don't know whether the user is doing, even if it is PP material, and number of grades are there using in the factory. So you don't know whether the right grade is going to the right application. So to trace that, it is important to have a scanning. So barcode system is something which give you the assurance that the correct material is going to the correct molding machine. So this is really important, and we are actively working in this particular area. So if you can see in the pictures, there are metal storage, there are the screen available which gives you the information which grade, which bin it is running, and you can get the data, you can extract the data from the system, you get it stored somewhere for the future reference. So those data is very useful when after 1 month or 2 months you are running the same mold, you need not to think about, okay, oh, what was the parameter. So that all parameter is already stored into the system. You only have to get it from the drive. So this barcode system is really important in the automation role. It's a basic tool, basic element, which is really economical, and people who are using minimal machine, they can also opt for this solution, barcode system. These are all small features of the automation remote monitoring program. So how we can achieve the remote monitoring program is with the cloud. Nowadays, food industry, any restaurant, they are working on the cloud basis. So if the restaurant is working on the cloud basis, why not we people are also working on the cloud basis? We are technology people. We believe our ground is technology. So, IoT is something which put you in very comfort zone. Okay, the cloud system is there, IoT is there. You always get the right information. There is no error, nothing. So IoT is really important. These days, I also experience in West region, people are opting for the IoT. People are opting for the cloud-based solution, so that the small automation can be done. Single window is there. They can get all parameters in that particular single window, no matter where the raw material, where the machine, but they get entire data in the single window. So this IoT operation, IoT-based operation is really important these days. So as I said, product quality and performance is really important, which we are achieving by opting all this information. Closed loop conveying line prevent the material to regain moisture, contamination from the atmosphere to ensure the highest product quality. So this is one of the part of the automation. User-friendly design, we design the concept, we design the data based on the inputs what we are getting from the customer. Okay, if customer have 10 grades, if they have a 50 machines, how beautifully, how economically we can design that system to the user. That way we are working actively. Now, what is the ultimate goal is zero loss. When it comes to material handling, it is really important to take care of your loss of material. So ultimately, the bottom line of the automation is to have a zero loss. So that is our tagline, to make the granule zero loss in the factory. So this is just the impression. I would say these are the pictorial presentation to give you information. So these are the bags. It is on the pallets. And then we get it done in the debagging station. So there are debagging station where we can store the material very smartly. Then we have octabin, we have a jumbo bag. That way we can handle the material. I'll go quickly. So this is the small automation where you can handle the jumbo bag, where you can handle the 25 kg bag next to the machine. Small automation, one machine, two machine automation. This kind of system you can place. It's very important actually. And the investment is also very minimal. You will get ROI maybe, in a year time. Nowadays we are looking ROI for 1 year, or sometimes we look for less than 1 year also. So that you can rest assured you will get it. Now these are the controllers which we use in the automation. No matter you have a 2 machine, you have a 4 machine, you have a 10 machine, we do design controller based on your machine availability. So the controller plays an important role. So these are the setups. Like you can see the clean setup. It need not matter of the granules playage anywhere. So smart handling of the granules. You have a multiple drying bin handling the multiple grade, no matter what level of grades you have. So, but you can handle with the beautiful systems in place. So these are all conveying systems where blower, negative pressure resisting blowers. These are the filters which we use for dust cleaning. These are all blending unit, master batch blending unit to blend 2 or 3 ingredients together and to get it processed to the machine at the shop floor. So this blender also you can keep centralized and you can process into the machine at centralized location. These are all coded coupling station. This is RFID based coded coupling station. So RFID technology what we are using when it comes to automation. So that's all what we have in terms of automation. Any one of you wanted to have simple automation, we are reachable to you. We have a pan-India presence, southern, west region, north region, we do have a presence, sales and service. So rest is assured. We take care of, we are an application company. So we take care of application first and then we give a solution. So that's all we have at present and I hope it's workable, the audiences and the delegates available in this conference. Thank you so much.